got to get the new replay system. It's taking too long. DVS or whatever it is. Anyway, that's my first comment. What questions do you guys have?
Coach Andy Jackson, what'd you think? I mean, she was unstoppable tonight.
Yeah, she's, like I've been saying all preseason, that she's has now discovered that she's good enough to play here, and she's worked really hard. She's really confident. Her and Bergen have a great connection. They played on the USA team earlier in June, so she's blossoming. Fun to watch. She still has to get better blocking, but she's she's doing some nice things. But again, the thing is, confidence-wise, just she's like I said, she's blossoming as a volleyball player in her second year.
What's your assessment of the debuts of the transfers today?
You know, I thought Layla competed really hard. She did some really nice things. She definitely belongs here. She brings great energy. It's what I really liked about what she did. It doesn't matter what side she was on. She brings a lot of great energy, which is really, really important. And I thought Taylor is, wow moments, but she's still inconsistent. We're working on some things with her footwork, so I think she's kind of in between right now. It's like redoing your golf swing. You're going to get, it's going to take a while till you smooth it out. But she can hit some balls that nobody else can hit. I mean, I don't remember whose head she took off at left front, but that was a heck of a hit. I've seen her do that a few times, and so anyway, but we got a lot of players that can play. I know that.
What seemed to click for Lindsay in the last two sets after she flipped over to the other side?
I just think it was, when you're on the side I'm coaching, white team tonight, it's I think there's some pressure, and they want to do well, and then you go to over there where Kelly and Jordan are, and Kennedy's running that, and it's just you can play a little bit freer. So it was good for her. I was really pleased how she kind of came back, and she did some really nice things in game 3 and 4.
Coach, those two teams that we saw earlier in the week, you said you were still figuring out the format. Was that kind of a look at a true A team and a true B team?
Yeah, we evaluated 4 different lineups tonight. I know there were some subtle things, but it was 4 different lineups. So now I got to go back and look at it and see what clicks for us.
The changes after set 2, was that kind of predetermined going
into
it?
Yeah, we had it all mapped out what we wanted to do. Basically wanted to rotate everybody over there. We left Skylar with Kennedy, and everybody else, I think, rotated back and forth, except for Maisie. Yeah, and I told you guys how good Maisie is. She was really good tonight. I'll bet you guys a crispy that she was our best passer tonight, statistically. You guys know what a crispy is? No. It's a $100 bill. All right, wait, I forgot we can't bet since NCAA.
Coach, what did the depth from having Connor play and then also having Lauren come back, just how did that add to the talent level, but then also just the competition?
Well, it's if we didn't have Lauren, we'd have to have one middle going full time, and that's a big load for a middle to carry for 4 games, and our goal was to play 4 games tonight. So having Lauren back was awesome. Plus, she's a great player. She did some really good things tonight, and again, she's played here and she knows the girls, so she's been training with us. So it's that was really, really great that she played. I'll bet you she's going to be really sore tomorrow. I'll put a bit of crispy on that too. And then Connor is one of our practice players, and we need one more outside hitter. So he fills in great. He did a nice job tonight. We shut him down there a little bit. So he was on fire, and then we shut him down a little bit. So, but he knows how to play with us. He does a great job. He stays under control. Sometimes guys will get out of control, and he did a really nice job tonight. Construction management major, so here at Nebraska, and we're very lucky to have him.
How much confidence does it give you with how you guys played tonight going into the game against Kentucky?
Red-White is, it teaches you some things, and then there's, you see a lot of, I want us to be playing, I want us to play better, but the Red-White is always a struggle. And because they're playing against each other, the crowd doesn't know who to cheer for. And so it just feels weird out there. And we got a lot to work on, though. And this was a great teaching night for us, because when they didn't do what they needed to do, they paid for it. And that's what was the best thing tonight, is they paid for it. They didn't use a good technique. They didn't call their set. All those little things that matter, when they didn't do it, they paid for it tonight. And so I got a great teaching night for them tomorrow when we watch video.
How would you assess the serving from both sides?
We started off shaky, which is curse of the Red-White. It's always that way. I mean, I think there's been nights we've been over 30 missed serves combined. But, if you look at Bergen's team, they missed 3 out of the first 6, and then 7 serves for 3.5 games. So I'll take that. And the other team, again, we had, Skylar was serving tonight. She's usually pretty good, but it's a big night for her. She missed a few. We had the middle serving. They're a little bit higher air. So I think it started off really shaky, but it got better as the night went on, which was good to see.
What was it like walking out there with that Big Ten championship trophy and then seeing the banner fall in Devaney?
For me, walking out there, first of all, I wanted our fans to feel a part of it, because they are. The second thing is, when I was holding that and getting ready for our rings, I wanted to send a mental telepathy to all of our fans on how hard it is to win that thing. It is a 10-week grind. It's really hard to win, and it's going to be even harder this year because of the 4 new teams. So I want people to know how hard that was, and that is not an easy thing to win.
Lexi and Andy were pretty pleasantly surprised when we looked at the box score and saw the amount of digs that Olivia Ma had.
Yeah.
What can you say about her performance tonight?
I've been telling you guys, she's the real deal. And that's what I felt like. Every time we hit the ball, she dug it. And every time we were trying to serve away from her, she would just take balls from people. She's just, for a freshman, she's very calm and composed, and was very impressed with her. She also has a good serve.
When you guys had, I think, 4 decades of alumni come out on the court between sets, just how important was it to have so many former players in the house? But then what do you think maybe they took away from watching the match?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to any of them, but there is we had 100 here last year for the stadium match, and now we got 50. So it's, and a lot of our players are talking to alumni. We actually do presentations. They do presentations after they've talked to the alumni about our culture and our tradition and our history. So we've been trying to involve them more. And the other cool thing is we got some moms out there of daughters we're going to recruit. So that's cool. The daughters were here. But I just think everybody is really connected with Nebraska volleyball. This is the 50th team of Nebraska volleyball in the history of the program, which is pretty significant. But we want them to feel a part of it. The problem is, when we're playing regular season, we don't have tickets to get them in. So this was a great opportunity to get them here so we could get them tickets.
Just to go back to Andy for a second, she said you guys could probably see that my blocking has improved. You said she's got to figure that out a little bit. If that does click, what can that do for this team and for elevating her game even more?
Yeah, it's just, she's if you see, she's getting her hands on a lot of balls, but some of them are going into the stands, which I'm sure people like to catch those. But we want them to go back in the court, but she's really, really making huge progress. And it just will solidify our defense more, give our diggers a better chance. And again, it's blocking. I've told you guys this for 20 years. Blocking is the hardest skill, and it's the hardest skill going from high school and club to college.
Final questions?
Who would you say was the MVP tonight?
I always get in trouble when I do that. We had some people stand out tonight, but it was a really good effort by everybody. Everybody did something really good tonight. I mean, if you go back and we made a highlight video, everybody made some great play, and so that So our team was the MVP.
Preseason wrapped up, what are the things that you're focusing on most with the quick turnaround heading play on Tuesday?
But we don't have much practice time, so just getting a lineup, and so these guys just know, okay, you're out there, you're going, and that's the next 24 hours. So getting that, and then just pumping them up, and let's turn it loose.
Is that the new ring, or?
No, this is the new ring. I'd have a finger ache. The thing is huge. So it's really cool, but it's not one you can wear. This is our 2000 ring, which back then we didn't go as much bling as they did now. It's a lot of bling. It looks like a Super Bowl ring. So it's something you wear at an event. I'm not gonna wear it for 4 hours.
Did y'all design that?
Girls did, captains did. So that's what they wanted.
I apologize if you didn't ask. I noticed before the whole match began, on the big screen, it was something about, like, I didn't catch it, chasing roses. Is that,
Race for the Roses.
Race for the Roses.
That's our theme, and it's on our poster.
Right, and I was just curious if you could, because there was one other thing that came right after it too, like the chase begins or something that came right after it. So I'm just curious about that. Kind of like we saw the roses throughout all the videos, just kind of that. What this means to this team.
It's real simple.
Yep.
Final Four is in Louisville. That's where Churchill Downs is. They run horses there. I like horses, so we're gonna race for the roses. Trying to win the Kentucky Derby.
Coach,
Yeah.
my son's second birthday was volleyball day in Nebraska last year. He thinks that we're gonna do that every year. I don't really know what to do this year. Can you give me some advice?
Just tell them to keep dreaming big and believe. So.
All right, thank you.
Okay, guys, thanks. Good questions.